building. This is my co-director, John Prima, and this is our first time ever high school student director, Michaela Morello. What you are about to see is a man driven by ambition. His ambition will ultimately lead to his demise. This show is incredibly challenging due to the language and the set design chosen for the show. What these kids have been able to accomplish since January is absolutely unbelievable, and you are in for quite a show. What I do ask you to do now is please turn off all your electronic devices, as they may distract the actors. They like blinky things. Okay, so please turn your cell phones and beepers and pagers and blinky things to off. Also, in the event of an unlikely emergency, please note that the exits are located in the rear of the building, as well as 2 on the side of the theater. You may exit in either of those directions. A few thank yous that got left off the program. We'd like to thank Mr. Ed Connerty for the use of his tools. We'd like to thank Ms. Chris Rogers for coming in and delivering drama grants to our children. And we'd like to thank all the drama mamas and papas who support our ongoing efforts for theater excellence.
This is a different show than one you may usually see during the school year, because this show is actually, tonight's closing night here. We're actually taking the show on the road tomorrow to Baldwinville, Massachusetts. That's west, for those of you not familiar with Baldwinville. And we're gonna be competing with this show. Part of our competition is that this show can't be any longer than 40 minutes. So tonight's gonna be a quick night. Another part of that is we have 5 minutes to do a setup and strike of our set, which you guys are about to see right now. They've been working really hard. They've been breaking some records. So on Michaela's count, you guys are about to see the set for MacBeth.
Crew, are you ready? Yes. Better break a leg, not the set.
Ready, set, go.
Tatum right now is performing final checks to make sure everything is on its spikes. Okay, and once Tatum is off stage, please our time.
23 seconds.
So for those of you who don't get enough MacBeth tonight, please feel free to come to Baldwinville tomorrow and support your students while they're competing. You can also see all of the plays that are there tomorrow. There are 7 total, and $10 will cover you for the whole day. For those of you here that are content with just seeing the show, I don't think we need to delay it any longer. Please enjoy MacBeth.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
The instruments of darkness tell us little truths. They tempt us with odd trifles in order to lead us to our destruction.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails throw. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog.
What drives men to spurn fate, scorn death, and bears hopes above wisdom, grace, and fear?
Fillet of a swamp snake, boil and bake, till the hell broth boil and bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire.
Women should appear to be like innocent flowers blossoming on a golden morn. But beneath that facade, they should be like the snakes that hide underneath the flower, ready to strike at the slightest provocation.
Come, thick night, and cover the world in a dense smoke from hell.
So that heaven may not be privy to my deepest and darkest desires.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
I would gladly put my soul in the afterlife at risk to win a kingdom. With vaulting ambition, I dare do all that may become a man. He who dares do more is no man at all.
For a charm of powerful trouble, boil, bake, and bubble.
Then cool it with the baboon's blood till the charm is fixed and strong.
By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
You didn't give MacDonald a chance to bid farewell before you gutted him.
He died without honor, begging for his life. And if the Irish hadn't run so fast, their heads would be hanging next to his. He deserved nothing more than the swift justice he met.
How long do you think we have before the Norwegians attack?
What does it matter? You and Macbeth fight like eagles or lions in the face of danger. Your audacity emboldens our troops into action. You make them want to bathe in their enemy's blood.
Hold!
We have new problems arriving from the north. It seems we are a traitor in our midst. The Thane of Cardor has joined the ranks of the Norwegian king. They ride with Lady Luck at their side. Most of our troops are with King Duncan.
Call what troops we have to arms. Lady Luck can be easy with her favors. The brave and the bold will garner her attentions this night. To arms!
The Hurley Burley's died! The battle is lost and won! And here come the heat to winter. We swift travelers of land and sea. Dance around, and dance around like so. 3 times to yours, 3 times to mine. 3 times again to add up to 9. Peace. The drum's wound up. A drum, MacBeth.com.
How far is it to camp?
What does it matter? The day is done. So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What are those creatures? They look not like they have Can you speak? Are you alive, spirits?
Speak if you can. What kind of creatures are you?
Hail, hail, hail! All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Gladys! All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Cardor! All hail Macbeth, that shall be king!
Can this be true? Macbeth, are you afraid what they speak? Tell me, honestly, are you illusions? Are you really what you've seen? You greet my noble friend with a future so glorious you can struck speechless. But you won't speak to me. If you can see the future, tell me mine.
Lesser, but greater, not as happy as Macbeth, yet much happier. Your descendants will be king, though you will be none. All hail Macbeth and Banquo!
Tell me where you learned these strange things.
Where did they disappear to? Did we hallucinate the whole thing?
At the same instance? Quiet. Don't say anything about this to the others.
Greetings, mighty thanes. The king follows and is anxious to speak with you. His right hand is with me.
The king was happy to hear of your exploits in the fight against the rebels.
Macbeth wasn't the least afraid of death, even as he killed everyone around him.
Messenger after messenger delivered news of your bravery to us.
The king told me to call you the Thane of Cawdor. So hail, Thane of Cawdor.
Ha!
That title belongs to you now.
Can the devil tell the truth?
Why do you call me by that name?
Cawdor has been sentenced to death. It is richly deserved.
We await the king. Set up the border and await further commands.
So far, the witches have told me 2 things that have come true. What if this culminates with me becoming king? The dangers that actually threaten me here frighten me less than what I'm imagining.
They often say the agents of evil tempt us with, tell us honest truths in order to lead us to our own perdition. Be careful, Macbeth.
King!
My worthiest kinsman, the sin of my ingratitude even now weighs heavy on me. You have done much for us. More is thy due than this kingdom can pay.
The opportunity to serve you is its own reward.
And noble Banquo, you deserve no less than Macbeth. Let me bring you close to me and give you the benefit of my love and goodwill.
That all I accomplish henceforth will be a credit to you.
My thanes, this hard-won peace brings joy to my heart. For finally, Scotland is at peace. Our people, our land, and our heirs, we now look forward to a time of prosperity. What better time to name my successor? My son, relatives, lords, all those closest to me. I want all to witness that I will bestow my entire kingdom to my son Malcolm. For on this field of battle, I name him Prince of Cumberland. For Malcolm is alone in receiving honors. Titles of nobility will shine on all who deserve them. But for now, let us depart and find a place where we may rest our weary heads.
My liege, my keep is not far. I will send a messenger to my wife with the good news that you are coming.
Your grace tasketh Your gracious hospitality will be at most welcome respite.
Sire, I will join the entourage as soon as the wounded attended to and the dead are buried.
Oh, it is the noblest of Scots, our MacBeth. Well then, join us before the break of day.
Malcolm is now the Prince of Cumberland. If the witch's prophecy is to pass, I'm either going to have to deal with him or give up. Stars, hide your light so that no one may see the terrible desires within me.
The witches met me in the heath as we left the battle and addressed me as the future king. I thought I should tell you this news, my dearest partner in greatness, so that we can rejoice in the prominence promised us. Keep this news between us, my dearest love. This missive announces King Duncan's death, for it seems that both fate and witchcraft want my husband to be king. But how do I convince him to take destiny into his own hands and fulfill his course? My Lord MacBeth is too full of the milk of human kindness. Think. Think. Come, black spirits, and unsex me! Give me the cunning needed to bring a plan into fruition! Thicken my blood, so that remorse and compassion shrivel and die in my breast! Macbeth shall soon be king!
My lady, my dearest love.
Clarence,
Duncan falls behind. I rode ahead to see you.
we just received word of your arrival. There is hardly time to prepare. How long is Duncan staying?
He plans to leave tomorrow.
That he shall never see the sun again. Oh, stop, my lord. Your face says the look where men may read strange matters. You should look peaceful and innocent.
I've thought about this matter. I've decided we can't proceed with this. The only thing motivating me is sheer ambition, which leads to disasters in the pursuit of it. Besides, the king has just honored me. I want to enjoy the admiration of the others for a while.
Are you afraid to act as you desire? You want a crown but are too cowardly to pursue all that entails.
I dare do all that may become a man.
Then what beast was it that told me that you wanted to do this? When you dare do what you desire, then you are a man. Screw your courage to the sticking place.
But if we
Please
fail,
fail trying. Were I in your place, I have suckled a babe, and know how sweet it is to love the babe at my breast. But if I had sworn as you had to do this deed, I would have plucked my nipple from the babe's mouth and smashed his brains into the wall.
stop! May you only give birth to male children. Your fearless spirit should create nothing that isn't masculine.
You will see, all will be well.
Full of scorpions is my mind. If the assassination of a king could work like a net, sweeping up all opposition and preventing any consequences, I would gladly put my soul in the afterlife at risk to do it.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand?
Come, let me clutch thee. Fateful apparition, isn't it possible to touch you as well as see you?
Or is nothing more than a dagger, created by my mind.
A hallucination of my fevered brain.
I can still see you. You look as real as this other dagger I draw. You are leading me toward a destiny.
In my mind's eye, I see a dagger with blood dripping from its blade.
There's no other dagger other than the one I balance on my hand.
It's the murder I'm thinking about committing that's making me hallucinate.
You're all alone. Half the world is asleep, consumed by evil nightmares. Witches are offering blood sacrifices
To their masters.
While old man Murder walks silently to his destination.
Fortune favors the bold. Sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps as they echo and break the stillness of this moment. Only silence is appropriate as a companion. Duncan, prepare to be summoned to either heaven or hell.
I've left the doors to the king's chamber open while his guards snore, swollen with the drugs I put into their drinks. I have done all I can to aid Macbeth in her bid for this kingdom. I would have done the deed myself, but Duncan reminded me so much of my own father that I faltered at the last moment. I must rid myself of all feminine frailty if I'm to be of assistance to Macbeth.
Who's there?
My husband.
I have done the deed. This is a sorry sight. I have no honor left in me. Macbeth is dead. There's no turning back.
Don't say that. Keep your destiny in mind. Go get some water and wash this bloody evidence from your hands. Why did you carry the dagger out of the room? It has to save us so guards can be blamed. Take it back and smear the sleeping guards with the king's blood while you're at the task.
I can't go back. I can't stand to look at my dishonor.
Coward! Give me the dagger. The sleeping in the dead are but as pictures. They can't hurt us.
What has happened to me? Whose hands are these? All of great Neptune's ocean cannot wash this blood clean from my hands.
Now my hands are as red as yours, but I'd be ashamed if my heart were as pale and weak. A little water will wash bare deep.
No. This blood seals our fate. Macbeth is dead, and in his stead is death. From now to the end, I will stain the sea scarlet, turning the green waters red.
I'm coming. Who's there with me?
It's Macbeth. It's three young friends. What are you doing out of bed?
Drinking.
And drinking.
What more is there tonight?
Well, I thought there's many possibilities, young Prince Malcolm, but drinking is only good for three things.
Drinking turns your nose red.
And it helps put you to sleep.
Don't forget, it also makes you urinate.
Go to bed, son.
I guess I'll say goodnight then. Mother?
Oh, you're awake.
The knocking woke me up. Good morrow.
Good morrow to you. The king is commanded I awaken for our journey. I must slip the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
The king is dead! Murdered!
That's impossible! He was...
Find Malcolm, we must protect the air.
Treason!
Treason. Treason ushers in a woeful new age. To me. All men to me. Has anyone found Malcolm? The clock says it's daytime, but dark night is strangling the sun. It's unnatural, just like the murder that has been committed.
Macbeth, who is to be our new king?
Macbeth has been named king and is left for Scone to be crowned.
Are you going to Scone to see the coronation?
No, cousin. I'm taking Duncan's body to be placed in the tomb of his ancestors. It is the last tribute I owe to him.
Then we go with him.
No. You need to stay here. Be my eyes and ears. I will begin my search for Malcolm as soon as I put the king to rest. Let us depart. Men all should be careful and watch their every step and word. We do not know who the traitor in our midst is. May God's blessings go with us.
Now Macbeth does it all, just like the Weird Sisters promised. I suspect they used foul play to obtain his gold, but I dare not accuse him aloud. The sisters also prophesied that the crown would not go to his descendants, but to mine. If the witches tell the truth, then what they said about me will also come to pass. Darkness descends, and no one is safe.
You trying to traffic with Macbeth, you disobedient rags! I am your master, the source of all your powers, yet you dare prophesy for Macbeth without my express consent! Go away! In the morning, meet me by the river Acheron, where your cauldron, your spells, and your charms! I will spend tonight working magic that will produce illusions to fool Macbeth into thinking that he is greater than fate. Soon, Macbeth will go to hell to learn his truth.
Nothing stirs blood like the sound of flashing swords.
You won't be in the front lines anymore, Highness, with your new position.
Tonight we're having grand revelry. My lady is six and cooking around. So if I'm forced to attend this trivial, then so will all of my men. We'll be there no later than sunset.
It is my duty to do as your Highness commands. But first, Leon and I are going riding. Would you like to join us?
Unfortunately, matters of state detain me. Are you riding far?
Riding up far enough so that we won't have to start hanging back until dinner time. We'll be back an hour or two before sunset.
Ah, here's Clarence.
Sir, it's time my father and I found our mounts.
I hope your horses are fast and sure of it. Stick with me, Banquo. There'll be something in it for you.
I'm open to wherever you lead, as long as I can do it with clear conscience.
You have attained your heart. heart's desire, and you're still unhappy. Why the pensive face, my lord?
Banquo's noble character scares me. He's willing to take risks, but his spirit would not allow him to act dishonestly.
You act as if it is better to be the person who gets murdered than the killer. For it seems the killer is tormented with anxiety. What truly bothers you?
Banquo rebuked the witches when they first proclaimed me king. But those same sisters then prophesied that he would be the father to the line of kings. They give me a crown and a scepter that I can't pass on. I've tortured my conscience and murdered good King Duncan for Banquo's sons.
You have to stop talking like this.
I want the sun! I blot my soul to the devil for Banquo's sons. I no longer sleep nor pray. Tell me, lady, how do I challenge fate to battle?
We take it into our own hands. Hasten Banquo and his son's demise. As long as Banquo lives, you are in jeopardy.
What you say is truth. Before the night is over, the deed will be done. I know of men who will sell their souls to the devil for no more than 30 pieces of silver.
Then it is settled. Now the witch's prophecy for Banquo could not come true. Come, my lord, the festivity is still hours away. Let us work on altering another of the witch's visions.
Father, after tomorrow, will you teach me how to use the poleaxe in battle?
I'll get Ross help. Not as bad than he with that weapon. Son, stand behind me. We're not alone. I've been betrayed. Run! Run!
Father!
When he drinks the lewd clodhopper, uses language most improper, and then when he's altogether pickled, then by uncouth deeds he's tickled. Get out of my sight! Stay in your grave! Get thee gone and have risen from hell!
My dearest lord, you have ruined our good cheer and disrupted the gathering. Come back inside. Your guests wonder at your absence.
My apologies, love. Now that they are gone, I'm a man again. Shall we join the rebels?
On second thought, perhaps it is best if we end the night here and do not return to our guests. Your hallucinations might be questioned by the things.
It seems we have only scorched the snake, my beloved, not squashed it. Flayon still lives. The witch's prophecy still prevails. Tomorrow I will go to the heath and find the witches. They will tell me all, for I'm determined to know the worst. I'm in blood stepped in so far, should I wade no more, returning or as tedious as go over.
Haven't slept.
Yes, let's go to sleep. Perhaps no nightmares will plague a man in his cups. My delusions come from inexperience. You know we're still just beginners when it comes to murder.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble, in the poison entrails throw, iron newt and toe frog,
Wool of bat and tongue of dog.
Fillet of a swan snake, boil and bake.
till the hell rock boil and bubble,
Double toil and trouble.
by the pricking of my thumbs.
Something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret black midnight devils? What are you doing?
A deed without a name.
I do not pretend to know how you prophesy, but I'm here to insist. No, to command. Tell me what I want to know.
Come, spirit, both high and low. Show yourselves in what you know.
Tell me, unknown power.
Listen, don't speak.
Macbeth, beware of Macduff. Beware of the thing of fight.
Thanks for thy good caution. But one more word.
Silence! Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth, be violent, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of women born shall harm you.
Then my safety is secured, for all are born of woman.
Listen! Be brave, bold, and resolute. Macbeth shall vanquish speed. Great burn wood to high Ensign hill shall come against him.
That shall never come to pass. Who can command the force and make the trees pull their roots out of the earth? These are sweet omens, but tell me,
Don't try to find out more.
I demand to be satisfied, you filthy swine!
Satisfied, then know that Macduff has fled to England.
Enough! Show me and produce music, dance, so that we may entertain the king. Let it not be said that we failed in our duty to entertain.
My thanes would betray me? The people will see how I deal with traitors and with anyone who gets in my way. or magics, the blood will always lead the way.
It's good to see you.
What brings you to the court of Edward?
You did. It's time to return home to lead the rebellion against Macbeth.
And why should I trust you?
I'm not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. Even the devils must surprise angel in God's kingdom.
Even in hell you can find anything worse than Macbeth.
But the people of Scotland don't know me either. I'm worse than Macbeth. I'm insatiable. Your women wouldn't be safe.
There are more than enough women who would come to you once they found out a king wanted them.
Well, if the people of Scotland want me to return home and give up all this luxury, then I would expect them to give me all their lands and worldly goods.
Scotland has enough treasure to satisfy the whims of the royal comforters.
Well, all that sounds good and well, but what qualities should a good king possess?
Justice, generosity, courage. Above all, a good king should put the welfare of his people above his.
Well, all that wouldn't do. I'd love to be able to pit people against each other and then sit back and watch them destroy themselves. If I was king, peace would not be an idea found in our royal court.
Then we are lost.
You don't think I'm fit to be king?
Fit to be king? You're not fit to live. Your father was a virtuous man who believed in the sanctity of his kingdom. Their Scotland is utterly destroyed to be ruled by another soulless devil.
Hold! That devil Macbeth has tried many times to bring me into his treachery. I can make sure you are not his emissary. My father was a great man. I can do no less. I will put the welfare and the sanctity of our people above all else. We go to meet Macbeth in battle!
Cousin, why are you running the sword?
I bring down your news. Your castle's been attacked. Your wife, your son, everyone has been savagely slaughtered. No one expected the attack. Otherwise, you know we would have guarded your family.
They were slaughtered because of me. Because of my boldness against facing a tyrant. This sin will be etched on my soul till my death. May God give their souls peace.
Let your anger sharpen your sword. Turn grief into bile so dark it will rage against our enemies.
I could cry until I drowned in a pool of crystalline tears, or brag about how I will avenge them. I will do neither. My purpose now is for Macbeth. I will choose his fate. I alone will choose.
Who would have thought the old man had so much blood in him? There's still a spot there. Out. Out, damn spot, I say! The stone cannot be undone.
My lady, wake, sweet one. You are walking in your sleep again.
My love, you're home. Dark trees plague me, and I wander lost in a cold world. Faces of our deeds haunt my every waking movement. I see beings where there should be none, and when I call them, they laugh and disappear. There was no respite.
The dead are but his pictures. They cannot hurt us. Isn't that what you told me once, long ago?
Don't leave me. Stay with me for a while.
Sleep, my sweets, sleep.
The wrongs we suffered in Macbeth's hand shall be righted this day, for we go to meet Macbeth in battle!
Before we march on to Dunsinane Hill, let us take a word from the Burnham trees. There, to be found Macbeth as a member of our group.
Get to it, men. We have little time to waste. We will descend upon Macbeth like a sea of locusts devouring everything in its path. Ha!
My castle can withstand any siege. My enemy can wait out there until the rot of hunger and disease.
My lord, the queen is dead. She jumped from the castle walls to her death.
She should have died after the battle. What does it matter? Life is nothing more than an illusion, a candle that flickers fleetingly before death finds us. To live is to die.
My lord, the wind is moving. Striking me will not change the truth.
No. Get out! Out, I tell you! Now those filthy hacks from hell! They're half-truths that cost me everything! Prepare for battle! I start to grow weary of living. If the devil can't rule Scotland, then I'll rather plunge us all into hell. Blow wind! Come ruin! At least we'll die with our armor on!
Macbeth! Show your face, tyrant! Macbeth!
You are the only man I've avoided in this battle.
Say you killed them.
Why not? My soul's already heavily stained. I killed them. Your wife, your son, Duncan,
Make whoa! Go away for your sake, or I'll kill you too! Turn around, dog! You face me on this day. I'll follow you to hell if I have to. I bear a charmed life, Macduff. You cannot kill me. No one born of woman can. Then your evil spirits have failed you. For I was untimely ripped from my mother's womb as she died. I was never born of woman. Ah! This tale is done.